Hey there guys, it's Chevy and I'm giving you a first impressions of the Elgato Key Light. So some of you guys might know I use a 3 light setup for my streaming needs. Now, my lighting is actually very cheap. I bought them at Walmart for about $5.99 a piece. They are just ordinary clip lamps that you can get at probably any kind of store like a Target, an IKEA, whatever. And it's worked for me for about a year and a half and they've done the job so far. But the problem that I'm having is mainly that they really don't work in certain conditions. Now, I'm actually really excited to be getting this Elgato Key Light. I know for a lot of people, the $200 price tag is a really big ask. I understand that, and trust me, it wasn't a decision I made lightly. So we're going to be unboxing it right now. Now, I am doing this voiceover afterwards, so please bear with me. Now, as you can tell, on the box itself, it shows that it's space saving, it has adjustable color, and then it's 2500 lumens. For those of you guys that are more photography based and obviously know lighting conditions better, that is something that is probably of interest for you. For me, the main concern that I had was just making sure that this one light would be able to replace my 3 lights. I use a blue screen on my day-to-day streaming, so I need it to be able to give me enough light in my room without having to add anything additional. Now, the box itself is actually pretty large. Now, it came super fast. I did it through Amazon, and you do need to make sure that if you are going to order it, that you put in your order as soon as you can. I know you can do it through the Corsair website, but I decided to do it through Amazon since I have Amazon Prime and I get my 2-day shipping. It came pretty quickly. They're usually sold in batches, so you need to make sure that you get it if you're looking to buy it. Now, I know $200 is a lot of money. Now, I wanted to make sure that it would be able to replace the lights and not have to add anything else. The main thing that I really wanted was I wanted it to be able to fit in my current setup. My setup right now is actually pretty cramped. I don't really have too much room. It actually took me a little bit to open the box, so please bear with me. And the mounting for the Elgato Key Light was the thing that I really enjoyed and what I looked in reviews and everything. Now, when you first open the box, I'm telling you, it's really stuffed in there. You'll see that it gives you the instructions, which I actually really appreciate since it's a large kind of paper thick cardboard material that actually shows you diagrams of what you're actually putting together and how to sync it through the Wi-Fi and the app. Please keep in mind that if you are looking to buy it, make sure that your PC has Wi-Fi ability. Now, I know that should be a given, but some people don't have Wi-Fi on their motherboards or in their PC setups, and the app through the Android store is no longer available. So unless you are an iOS user, you'll have to do it through another laptop or device that is Windows with Wi-Fi. Now, the actual light itself, the panel, is actually pretty big. Now, my hands are pretty small, but I do kind of give you an idea of what it looks like with my hand basically being 3 times the width of what the panel is. Now, the material itself is actually really heavy. Now, it's not heavy to the point of where I feel like I'm going to drop it, but it does feel sturdy. I know a lot of people's hesitation with this was whether or not it's actually a good made product or if it's just one of the many things that may have the word gaming or streaming attached to it and is being charged at a premium. So this is more of a first impressions because I just got this in. So I'll be testing it through the next couple of weeks to see how I like it as far as the conditions go and what entails with it. Now, you'll be seeing a comparison of what it looks like with my old lighting setup and with the new setup. So this is what it looks like with my 3 lights that I have that are really inexpensive. They're cheap clip lamps that I got from Walmart when I was in a bind and I needed to light my green screen. Obviously, I'm using a blue screen since my chair is actually green, as you can tell. So that way I don't chroma key that part out. I'm going to show you guys right now in the next video what it looks like with the Elgato Key Light and kind of what the differences look like. Alrighty, so this is the light test. This is with me doing absolutely nothing. I just put it in, plugged it in, and that's all. I haven't messed with like my aperture settings. I haven't messed with anything on my face. It's basically just throw it up there and bam. And I can already tell a huge, huge difference. And honestly, I can almost stare at the light and it doesn't even bother me. Obviously, don't do that, but it's not very right now. I don't think it's on its very brightest setting. Just whatever it comes in when you just plug it in. And obviously, I know that there's darker areas here in my green screen that I obviously would need to fix. But we're already starting in a much better place than when we start off when I have my 3-point light system and trying not to like knock over this light because it's here, not trying to knock over the other light when I'm trying to take a break real quick from stream and go use the restroom or get some more water or something like that. And now we're going to see what it looks like with my background, because that was always a really, really big thing that I would fight with my 3 lights, was trying to shoot them off the wall, trying to make sure I was getting enough lighting, because I do have a unique situation in this room where I actually do not have a light fixture in here. So my lighting situation is a little bit different than some of you guys's. So let's see what that looks like. You guys are going to have to forgive the mess. So this is what it looks like with me. Just again, I haven't messed with anything. I haven't messed with the brightness. I haven't messed with any saturation, nothing. Literally all I did was throw it up there, plug it in. And this is what my stream room behind me looks like without any of that. I know that that right there is the key light. It's the reflection coming off of the Galaga panel, but I like that it's not at the top, which is something very interesting. I'll obviously have to do something to figure that out, but for the most part, that was a problem that I had constantly with my other lights, was because they were very close and kind of throwing off and bouncing off the light in so many different directions, that I'd have it like covering the top of the Galaga cabinet. I'd have it like on the screen. I'd have it towards the sides. Maybe this stuff would be washed out. This is all, my room is completely dark. Completely. If I were to shut off the Elgato light right now, you could see how dark it looks like without it on. It's completely just like blank. And I'll show you guys that right now. This is how dark my room looks, the stream room, without any light. Literally the only light that you see is coming from the back, from the Tetris light, and what little light is coming out of the window that is right here to my side. But as it gets darker, obviously, I'm doing this video in the afternoon and I live on the 2nd floor, so this window doesn't face the sun or anything, so I'm never going to get real good brightness out of it anyway. Can you see like the night and day difference? It's honestly, it's crazy amazing. And it doesn't feel hot in here because it's a very small room. There's no ventilation or anything like that. So, it makes a huge difference. And just in case some of you guys wanted to see what it looks like with the green screen up, it is more than enough light for just it to be lit up perfectly. This is, again, me without adjusting anything. I'm doing this like on the fly. So I obviously throw on something that would show the contrast a little bit better. So you can see no fuzzies or anything near my fingers, even when I'm moving them really fast and stuff like that, which is really great. I know that happens to a lot of us, and for me as well. Obviously, even my hair, like you can tell a little bit, but also my hair has like a little bit of that tint because it's dark. So it tries to kind of pick up on that color occasionally. But honestly, this with literally minimal settings, I really enjoy. Like, man, this is like one less thing I have to think about when I'm going live, which is great because that means I can focus all of my energy on other things that are not just as important, but maybe even more so when it comes to my content. So yeah. So now the important question, right? Who is this Elgato Key Light for? Frankly, for $200, if this is your first lighting option, I honestly would recommend looking at something else. Like I said, my option was really inexpensive. They were $5.99 at Walmart. Now, you guys can go to any kind of like, cheaper store like a Target or, any kind of store that's near you locally if you're not in the US or if you're in the EU or Canada or elsewhere. and you could probably get the same effect. Really, the important thing is having 3 lights, one right above your camera, and then the 2 pointing at the screen if you're doing that. Now, if you're doing more of just like mood lighting, there's definitely a bunch of different options, but I think for me, right now, it's a real good winner. I really like it. I really like not being able to have to do a lot of work. The more streamlined that my stream room and just content creation can be, honestly, the better. Because 90% of the time we're juggling a bunch of different hats, and the last thing you want to do is having to stick around and mess with your settings every single time you come on stream. I'm sure we've all had that moment, and I really feel like with the Elgato Key Light that it's definitely gonna. I honestly I can't stop staring at it because it's just like, wow, like it's not so bright, it doesn't hurt my eyes, it doesn't like have that harshness. Whereas these other lights that I had, oh my god, I swear sometimes I felt like I just had to like get up and go get more water because I was just like dying in this room. But when you don't have very much and you're just starting out, you kind of gotta make do with what you got. And I think this is a really great upgrade. So I would say for right now, if you're looking for better lighting, check out your options, see what else works. If you have the space, soft boxes are a really more affordable option, especially nowadays with the deals that they have on Amazon with green screens and stuff like that. But if you're willing to theoretically treat yourself a bit, why not consider the Elgato Key Light? Hey there, guys. Thanks so much for hanging through that video. I know it was pretty long. There are a few things that I missed at the very beginning of the video that I want to mention now. If you do hope to pair this Elgato Key Light with your Stream Deck, you do need to connect it via Wi-Fi, like I mentioned at the very beginning of the video. That will give you the functionality of being able to turn it on and off, adjust the brightness at basically the click of a button. So just keep that in mind. Now, has this changed your idea of whether or not you want the Elgato Key Light? Are you still holding out for maybe it going on sale? Please let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe the video as well if you enjoy the content. And if you want to catch me while I'm streaming live, please head to twitch.tv/DeathRacerChevy. I'm live Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.